Welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the most shocking and controversial stories from history and science. Today, we're diving into the world of medical experiments that shocked the world. Prepare yourself for some truly unbelievable tales that reveal the darker side of medical history. Kicking off our list at number 10, we have the infamous Tuskegee syphilis study. In the 1930s, the U.S. Public Health Service began a study on untreated syphilis in African American men, promising free medical care. However, the participants were never informed of their diagnosis, nor treated for syphilis, even after penicillin became the standard cure. This unethical study continued for 40 years, leading to countless deaths and severe health issues. Coming in at number 9, the Monster Study of 1939. In this disturbing experiment, Dr. Wendell Johnson and his team conducted a speech experiment on orphans in Iowa. They aimed to induce stuttering in children by giving them negative speech therapy, harshly criticizing their speech flaws. The psychological trauma caused lasting damage, and the study was kept secret for decades. Number 8 on our list is Project MKUltra. In the 1950s and 60s, the CIA conducted a series of mind control experiments using LSD and other drugs on unwitting subjects. These experiments aimed to develop techniques for interrogation and brainwashing. Many participants suffered long-term psychological damage, and the true extent of the project's reach is still unknown. At number 7, we have the Thalidomide Tragedy. In the late 1950s, thalidomide was marketed as a wonder drug for treating morning sickness in pregnant women. However, it was soon discovered to cause severe birth defects. Over 10,000 babies were born with malformed limbs, leading to one of the biggest medical scandals of the 20th century. Number 6 is the Stanford Prison Experiment. Conducted by Dr. Philip Zimbardo in 1971, this study aimed to investigate the psychological effects of perceived power by simulating a prison environment with college students. The experiment quickly spiraled out of control, with guards exhibiting abusive behavior towards prisoners. The study was terminated after only 6 days due to its ethical issues and psychological impact. Coming in at number 5, the Milgram Experiment. In the early 1960s, psychologist Stanley Milgram conducted an experiment to study obedience to authority. Participants were instructed to administer electric shocks to a learner for incorrect answers. Despite hearing the learner's screams of pain, which were faked, many participants continued to deliver shocks when prompted. The study revealed unsettling truths about human nature and obedience. At number 4, the Guatemala syphilis experiments. In the 1940s, the U.S. government conducted experiments in Guatemala where doctors deliberately infected prisoners, soldiers, and mental patients with syphilis and other sexually transmitted diseases without their consent. The purpose was to test the effectiveness of penicillin. The experiments were hidden for decades and only came to light in 2010, leading to widespread condemnation. Number 3 on our list is the Willowbrook Hepatitis study. From the 1950s to the 1970s, Dr. Saul Krugman conducted experiments on mentally disabled children at the Willowbrook State School in New York. The children were deliberately infected with hepatitis to study the disease's progression and potential treatments. Parents were often misled into consenting to these experiments, believing their children would receive better care. At number 2, the human radiation experiments. During the Cold War, the U.S. government conducted secret experiments to study the effects of radiation on the human body. Unknowing participants, including hospital patients and military personnel, were exposed to dangerous levels of radiation. The ethical breaches and long-term health consequences were shocking and led to significant public outcry once revealed. And finally, at number 1, Unit 731. During World War II, the Japanese Imperial Army conducted horrifying biological and chemical warfare experiments on prisoners of war in China. Led by General Shiro Ishii, Unit 731 performed vivisections, frostbite testing, and disease injections on living subjects. The atrocities committed are among the most gruesome in medical history, and many details remain chilling to this day. And there you have it, the top 10 medical experiments that shocked the world. These stories serve as a sobering reminder of the importance of ethics in scientific research. Which one shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video informative, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into history and science. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.